Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Sunday night football game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints in division rivalry here. A shocking result the first time these two guys faced. I think we got the Buccaneers in a little bit of a revenge narrative here. So before I break that down, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. And also sign up for the Patreon, okay? Sign up for the Patreon. You get NBA DFS slate breakdowns. You get the Thursday night. You get, well, Thursday night's done. You get the Saturday night. You get the Sunday night. You get the Monday night. All that, all right? Plus betting all together in that package. Plus, I'm here to answer questions for you, help you along the way. A lot of these subscriptions, you're paying for $20, $30, $40, and there's no one there to help you. All right, there's no one there. Hey, what do you think about this? No, you get what you get. That's it. No, I'm there to help you answer questions, and let's get to this money. That's what it's about. All right, now let's get into this matchup between the NFC South of the Saints and the Buccaneers. I really want to soup this up so much, but this is kind of really one-sided. I really do. All right, so let's get this going with the captain position. Obviously, we're going to talk about the man of the whole past 20 years, and that's Tom Brady, okay? Tom Brady should be in your captain position. One of many options that you should have on the Tampa Bay side in that captain position. Make sure you just don't have one lineup, all right? It's like winning the lottery. It's hard to get in first place with just one lineup. But you really have to narrow down in on the game script, okay? This is why I'm here to tell you what should most likely happen, okay? You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a home team, okay, coming off 2 straight losses to the Saints head-to-head, okay? Now they have a situation here where they can definitely take another step in their playoff solidification because they do have some teams behind them, okay? So now, Tom Brady, captain, yes. 33 fantasy points last week against Buffalo, 32 fantasy points against Atlanta. Obviously, the Colts was a little bit of a different game, but this one, the Saints, they can take full advantage of them. In their first matchup earlier this year, he came through with 31 fantasy points, okay? They only put up 27 points, but he still came up with well over 30 fantasy points in DraftKings. So that's absolutely outstanding. Now, get 30 fantasy points again and lead your team to a win. So we're going to go with Tom Brady, him connecting with Godwin, Mike Evans, Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette. The names are endless, okay? Even in the last game, Tom Brady got even a rushing touchdown. So the upside is through the roof in this matchup. They're home. They've been very dominant at home, similar to what the Green Bay Packers have done. So we love Tom Brady at that captain position. Next one we're going to focus in on will be Mike Evans. So Mike Evans, if I like Tom Brady, then I like one of his number 1 pass catching options and pretty much his number 1 red zone option. That's going to be Mike Evans. Broke that slump of the touchdowns in Week 13 and Week 12, came back in Week 14 against Buffalo. 6 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown. 21 fantasy points. Great production from him. We love him at his price. And also, there's another one we can go to, and that's going to be Chris Godwin, all right? Chris Godwin's another option that should be at that captain position. Look at these numbers against Atlanta. 15 receptions, 17 targets, 143 yards. Okay, no touchdown, but all that production, all those targets, 17. That's outstanding. And then against Buffalo, 10 receptions, 15 targets, 105 yards, all right? With no Antonio Brown, it's just a funnel of Godwin, Evans, Gronk. Godwin, Evans, Gronk, and then Fournette. Godwin, Evans, Gronk. You can play all of them. All right, we're going to try to fit them. But these guys are on another roll right here. 33 fantasy points and then 23 against Buffalo. He could do that easily against the New Orleans Saints. Lattimore is going to be probably on Mike Evans. So you got Chris Godwin in that slot just catching a ton of balls, all right? A ton of balls. So love Chris Godwin there at his price. Let me throw Mike Evans in there. Another option we can have will be Leonard Fournette, and this man has been a touchdown machine. Okay, touchdown machine. Week 14, 113 yards rushing against the Buffalo defense. Came through with a touchdown. So what do you think he's gonna do against the New Orleans Saints? They've been giving up a ton of production to opposing offenses. Let me get the simulation correct. Let me move this over so you can see what they've been doing recently. This New Orleans Saints defense. Okay, so we're going to the quarterbacks. Fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks. This New Orleans Saints defense, and they should be all the way at the bottom here. Yes, they are 32nd. This is why I like Tom Brady. 32nd and 30th in the red zone. Absolutely horrible. Then we go over to the running back position. And if you just remember the Saints last week, they were giving up some yardage to the Jets. And that's Zach Wilson. What do you think Tom Brady's going to do? If we're looking at, what are they at? The Saints, okay, the Saints have been decent against stopping the run, but I've watched Leonard Fournette all year, and the competition doesn't matter. The threat of Tom Brady is so much that it leaves these gaps open for Leonard Fournette, so we're not going to be worried about that. And if they're 32nd ranked against the quarterback, what do you think the wide receivers are doing? What do you think the wide receivers are doing? Let me just scroll all the way down to that. And you got the New Orleans Saints 28th in the league, okay, against opposing wide receivers. Absolutely atrocious. So we're going to fill up each and every main Buccaneer. Okay, you got Godwin, you got Mike Evans, you got Fournette, and you cannot forget about Rob Gronkowski. Okay, 5 receptions, 9 targets, 62 yards. Didn't get an end zone, but this could be the week where he gets another game with 2 TDs. He had an insane stretch run in the beginning of the season, and he's back to it. Okay, he's back to it, being very productive for this offense. We're going to have to play Rob Gronkowski. Now, you're looking at it, it's like, dang, man, you got an onslaught of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yes, I do. Yes, I do, and you should. This slate, the Sunday Night Football slate, is kind of looking like a 5-1, all right? 5 Tampa Bay, 1 Saint, all right? If you want to do 4-2, you can, but this is kind of looking one-sided. If we're going to choose some options on the other side, you do have Alvin Kamara, but you need him to be more productive in the receiving department. This is a top-tier rush defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that we got going on. The last time they played each other in Week 8, he only had 16 fantasy points. So I'm paying $12,000 for Alvin Kamara pretty much. He needs to come through with at least 20. 16, you're sacrificing so much salary. He needs to hit. All right. He absolutely needs to hit. So Alvin Kamara could be a fade. All right. So the next person we will lean on will be Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill is going to be my favorite Saint. Obviously, their strength in Tampa Bay is stopping the run. They're going to be forcing Taysom Hill to throw the ball, but he's going to have total control, similar to what Josh Allen is. He's a dual threat quarterback as well, as you can see. Decent with the pass, not decent. He's very below average passing. Yeah, he exploited the Jets, but that's fine. That's the Jets. Dallas, 9 of 41, 46 completion percentage. That's horrible. Only he had 2 touchdowns, but he chipped in with the rushing ability. So his dual threat, you have to play him. Okay, you have to play Taysom Hill. I think if I'm playing one Saint, it's going to be Taysom Hill. Now let's go to the next tier of guys that we're going to look at. Tier 2 and tier 3, tier 4 guys, middle flex and bottom end. That's the guys we're going to look at now. All right. And if we're choosing some wide receivers for the Tampa Bay, the first one I'm going to look at will be Tre'Quan Smith, and they have Marquez Callaway. All right. I want to stay away from these guys. I'm being 100% honest with you. Tre'Quan Smith is not someone I'm really looking at, and Marquez Callaway is really someone I'm not looking at. With Taysom Hill, they're going to be put in some situations where, yes, they do have to throw the ball, but this could be a very ugly game because Taysom Hill can't pass. And we already know what Bowles it does in that elite defense for the Tampa Bay side. They can take advantage of a limited quarterback in Taysom Hill, okay? But I'm just showing you these options because if we're choosing some wide receivers, you got Tre'Quan Smith. He would be my number 1 choice, getting a decent amount of targets each and every week, 3, 7, 5, 8, and 7. Hasn't had a touchdown since week 10. He's one of the options. And then the next one right there is Marquez Callaway. He's another guy you can look at, but it's very, very ugly. And that's being 100% honest with you. I can't just be like, oh, man, this is going to be a competitive game just because they beat him the last time. They had Trevor Siemian that time. Trevor Siemian can pass more than Taysom Hill can pass. At least with Marquez Callaway, he can get in the end zone. He already has 6 touchdowns this season, so that's something to look forward to. If you want to take a flyer on him, if you're looking for a second Saint, you can go that way as well. Defenses are in play, just the Buccaneers defense, all right? Just the Buccaneers defense. We are not playing the Saints D, so we're going to play Bucks D. And also, we can throw in the Bucks kicker. And if we're choosing another option on the New Orleans side, Nick Vannett has usurped Jawan Johnson at the tight end position. He's been getting more looks as of late than any other of the pass catching guys out there for the Saints. It's, you know how we got not an immobile, not capable quarterback. He's going to probably lean to running backs and tight ends, and Nick Vannett is that guy. Week 13, he had 3 receptions, 4 targets, 48 yards, and then against the Jets, 3 receptions, 6 targets, and 44 yards in that game as well. That can be someone you can consider down below. And if you want to really stack up these all these high-priced Buccaneers, you might have to do kicker at that captain spot. You might have to do Buccaneers defense at that captain spot. I think that's very sneaky. Or one of these third, fourth options on this offense, similar to a Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate can be an option when they get into that red zone. I know a lot of eyes are gonna be on Godwin, Evans, Gronk. Cameron Brate's still getting targets, man. He's still getting targets. 4 targets last week against Buffalo. I had 1 target against Atlanta and had a touchdown. That can be something useful in that bottom end flex position. So Cameron Brate is going to be on the radar as well. Other than that, I'm not really looking down here. Keyshawn Vaughn is third string. Johnson is the number 4 wide receiver. Tyler Johnson. I'm not really looking that way. He barely gets any targets. They would need another injury for him to go off. But other than that, there's no one else. There's no one else. Definitely no one else on the Saints side. And I told you all their options. So it's either Kamara, not really going Mark Ingram, because they're probably going to abandon the run and going to be forced to pass the ball. So we're going to stick with these low price guys, Buccaneers, Ryan Suckup, and Cameron Brate. So now let's give you the 3 guarantees that you need in each and every lineup. I'm going to start off with Tom Brady. And I got to be honest. I was about to say Taysom. Because you have to have one. You have to have one Saint. So we're going to bring Taysom back. And then my last choice will be Chris Godwin. This is the guaranteed 3 that you should have in each and every lineup. The runners-up is going to be Bucks defense, Rob Gronkowski, and Mike Evans. Okay, those are going to be the runner-ups, and then Alvin Kamara back there as well. So this is going to be the gems for the Sunday Night Football slate we got going on between the Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other ideas. If you see this game going any other way, let me know in that comment section down below. We can definitely discuss it. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessengerSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.